I just wanted to talk about a connection between Tik Tok of Oz, the mechanical man from Oz in the Oz books, and Tik Tok the app. And there's a lot of magical connections there. I see Tik Tok the app as the evolution of Tik Tok of Oz. Oz predicts a lot of future tech, including radio, TV, internet, and other things. And Oz predicts some events as well, such as bad guys throw TikTok down a well in this book, TikTok of Oz from 1914. They throw him down a well, and then the good guys get him out eventually. And so hopefully if there is a TikTok ban, it's more like a temporary thing. But the reason for the TikTok ban is, of course, racism, and they're afraid of communication. They're afraid of the truth getting out there. They're afraid of our free speech. They're afraid of all the things that democracy promises. This doesn't mean everybody in the government, but of course the ones who are in the government who feel that way shouldn't be, because our government should be based on democracy and free speech here in America. So it should really be a test of them whether or not they're supporting this, whether or not they deserve to retain their jobs. But the interesting thing about TikTok, the app, is that it's a lot of, not all young people, but it's a lot of young people who are able to influence each other in ways that they weren't previously. And the influence of the youth, the influence of people who have new ideas and ideas that don't necessarily support evil old systems, is really great. That's why they want to ban or corrupt TikTok, or corrupt Oz and the Oz stories with other versions of the Oz stories that don't include important concepts like no money and no war, which is so central, and women in rulership positions and all these different things that are so central to the Oz books. They want to get rid of that stuff because that stuff threatens to topple them. The no money, no war concept, feminism, pacifism, things like that. So that's what they've always been against, and what the youth have always been able to provide. That's the real reason they want to ban TikTok, is they're afraid of what the influence of the youth educating each other and everybody else can be, and what is so helpful about TikTok. But the connection with Oz is that L. Frank Baum, the author of Oz, very frequently gives credit to all the letters he gets from children around the world, and in America, for their suggestions for the Oz stories. So he's co-writing a lot of these stories, getting the ideas with children, and that was the last century, 1910 to 1920 version of, or 1900 to 1920 version of TikTok that we have this century. We should preserve both, and we should get back in touch with the Oz books as well. But thanks, TikTok. Love you forever. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Love you forever, too. Thanks for making this what it really is. And thanks to all those kids in the past and everybody who wrote into Baum to help him come up with these ideas for such great stories. And he himself also credited what all artists do, the land of Oz itself, providing these stories, that he just operated the wireless. Love you. See you soon.